Hello and welcome to the show. This is East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise. I am Scott Thomas here with my partner Bobby Moore. He's going to be holding up the comic book here. And this is August Aguilar.
Hello.
This guy has been part of this scene for a long, long time, and he's doing all sorts of stuff for the music scene, with the music scene, and about the music scene, along with his filmmaking career he's got going for him. And we brought him on the show to talk a little bit about what he's doing, including this little comic book right here. I want to showcase that, so Bobby's holding it. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks for having me. So I've been in Knoxville for about 4 years now. 2016 I started producing music videos and films. My first band I worked with was Mass Driver. I still continue a relationship with them.
Who are those Mass Driver guys? I don't even know them.
Those Mass Driver guys. Now these Mass Drivers. Mass Driver is you know, super action rock band here in Knoxville. Of course, I mean, if anyone follows my work, they know that I'm associated with them. You know, I do a lot of their videos. We do cross promotions with each other. We filmed a whole Ciderville set with them. You know, so they just recently launched a new album, Struts and Cuts, which did a whole Kickstarter campaign that was funded. So good guys are involved with the local scene as well. I've worked with about a dozen different people here in the area, just with their bands, producing videos, doing shows, and hanging out. And the films, you know, we're Strange Films, which is independent film production company here and based in Knoxville. I work a lot in Philadelphia as well, where I'm from. My father lives up there.
Yeah.
And you know, we are an award-winning film production company that's been in festivals all around the country. We've done different promotions with music along with that, and then our most recent endeavor is our comic book, Cindy's Birthday Party. So
when did the comic book first come out?
It actually just got released back in June of this year, so June 2019. I've actually been working on it since like September of last year, 2018.
Okay.
It's just a long process to kind of get that art, you know, made, and then it takes a long time to kind of figure out what the game plan was with it. I knew I wanted to do a book, but didn't know exactly how to get it done.
Yeah.
It was probably around February or March of this year that I decided I was going to try my hand doing a Kickstarter campaign. And the Kickstarter campaign was to pretty much finish the book in hopes of getting it funded, finishing it, printing it, and then distributing it. And which it got overfunded in 6 days. It was awesome. So we were able to finish the book in a much quicker, you know, pace. Like I think by the time I started the Kickstarter, we were on page 5, and the Kickstarter funds, after everything, I mean, we got done in 2 months versus the 8 months that I was working on with just 5 pages. So, so it was really cool. So it released in June. It's been at the Fanboy Expo here in Knoxville. Sent out to a few people around the country, and we're going up to Philadelphia to do a comic book release as well for it.
That's awesome. I remember seeing pictures of you at the Fanboy Expo.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be there, but then I ended up being out of town.
It was cool, man. A lot of fun. It was really big. I mean, it was my first time doing like a convention, so it was kind of like I was very small compared to everything else. But I mean, we sold like a dozen books there. It was cool. We got a lot of people like attention, you know, as far as like asking about the book and asking who we were and stuff. So it was nice just like to finally start doing that kind of scene.
Now, is the book here based on a film project you did, or?
Yeah. It's based off our most popular horror film, Cindy's Birthday Party, which I did early last year, and it ended up just being, you know, featured in California, and Detroit, and Baltimore, Philadelphia here, featured on a few horror websites. Just ended up being like a pretty popular film, and since it got so much popularity behind it, like I just thought it'd be cool since I wanted to take the route of doing comic books. Our films are kind of based off like ideas and inspirations from comic books and pop culture and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be cool to adapt one of our stories into a book, and that was the first one I thought was appropriate to do. So we're working on our second one now, based off another film we've done.
And not wanting to talk about that?
No, I'm going to be doing a teaser of it here soon, but it's going to be called Passenger. It's it's off our monster horror film that I did 2017 that was in the Knoxville Horror Film Festival.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
I understand if you want to keep that under wraps.
No, I mean, it's you know, there's some projects I like to keep under wraps, and there's some that I like to promote, but by the time this is out, I'm sure I'll have a teaser out of announcing it. So,
yeah. Well, we love to promote different people in the scene, filmmakers, videographers. You take pictures as well. You do band photos and things
yeah,
like
I mean, I do band photography, do live concert video, music videos, interviews. Elverta Blog is my other company that I run. It's more of a publishing company where I feature musicians and artists and filmmakers, and we promote their work, we showcase it, we collaborate with them. It's just a overall medium of creating things, and but especially here in Knoxville, it's a really good outlet for musicians. I mean, it's whether it's a music video or an interview or whatever, I tend to work with the band, get some photos, get some video, do a write-up, whether it's about them or a review for their album or whatnot, and it's on my website where you can always read and refer to, and then if I work with them frequently, there's a string of videos and articles that go along with that, and but it's been great. It's gained a lot of cool attention here locally and outside the region and even outside the country. I've gotten a lot of musicians hitting me up for reviews and stuff like that. We got recently a UK band just asked for a review. We did that, and they're going to be playing here in Knoxville on the 28th, and we're going to go do an interview with them and hang out with them for the night.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it actually got a lot more attention than I've ever anticipated on doing. But that Burrito Blog is more for that outlet, for these for music especially.
So if anybody out there that's watching this wants to know how to get in touch with you, how would they go about doing that?
Best way to get in touch with me is on Facebook. You can find Burrito Blog, you can find Strange Films, you can find my personal name, you can friend me, you can send me a message, email me. All that info is on there. elvertablog.com. You can check out the website. All of our information is on there. There's a submission page where you can always submit your work, and if you're interested in doing music videos, or if you're interested in just doing a write-up or whatever the case is, all that information is on there. You can send me whatever, and I'll get back to you, and we'll figure something out. So
sounds really cool.
Yeah.
So everybody should do that. Get in touch with this guy. One of the best guys I've known in the area.
Thank you.
He's actually worked with us a little bit on this show too.
Yeah.
Did some audio.
Did some audio and video with the Mass Driver interview.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I try to work with everybody. I don't really like to limit myself on creating things. I like to work with everybody. This fall we're trying to do some more documentary and music stuff. We're doing we're trying to do some pop-up events around town to kind of showcase some of that work a little bit more, and trying to hold some more events for musicians and even comedians and stuff like that too. So just trying to get involved with everybody, local businesses, especially here at the Open Chord. I've worked with them quite a bit on some projects, and Burrito Blog magazine is a recent endeavor I did, which is a physical printing book that I've distributed all around Knoxville, and it's featuring those musicians and those artists and filmmakers. So I know you've interviewed a few of the bands I've worked with. So it's I'm I know we try to associate with each other when we can too.
Yeah. So tell us about the bands that you've worked with in the area.
Let's see. I've worked with Mass Driver, of course, Covalence, hip hop artist named Red Eye, the Appalachian Surf Team. Yeah. I've worked with. Now I'm blanking since it's all right on the top of my head. Silence in the Stars, which they're from Wise, Virginia, but they're still regionally.
Yeah.
Another hip hop duo named the Force Field, that's from Kingsport. The Hollow-Fields, there's a psychedelic rock band that's worked around here. And I've worked with a few bands in Philadelphia as well. But yeah, I mean, good handful of bands. I've physically filmed here in the area, but a lot more write-ups and stuff, like Civil Strife. I've reviewed them, and a few other bands has reached out to me, and I've done reviews for. So yeah, a few that are kind of around just getting started, or different genres. Of course, I like working with just about any genre. So.
Anyone that you can provide feedback for, and constructive feedback to their music?
I don't know about constructive feedback. I'm not a musician, so I can't. I don't know. But I mean, like, I've listened to songs by musicians that I definitely like more than the other. But overall, I usually try to associate myself and work with people that I have a good vibe with, and that I like to hang out with and listen to. So I mean, everyone that I've ever collaborated with, I've enjoyed something about their work that I've wanted to be a part of. So yeah, I mean, I think everybody in every creation they have can have something they can improve on, just like myself. I mean, I've always got stuff I can work on, but constructive criticism is to each his own. So I think musicians probably critique themselves quite a bit.
Some of them are way too hard on themselves.
They are, yeah. I mean, a lot of talented guys, they come out and they play a show and they get down on themselves or something, but they do a great job. So
they miss one note in the entire set.
I know one band in particular that's always down on themselves, and I'm just like, dude, you guys rock.
Yeah.
FYMD.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I'm always looking to hang out with new people, reach out, and collaborate. So, yeah, it's always an open invitation with me.
So one way or another, we'll have your information either on the bottom of this picture right here, or down in the information section. If you scroll down, we'll have his information, so you can get in contact with this guy. One of the best resources in the area for your band, and great at photography and video and audio work, since we've worked with him before. Hopefully we can get you back to work a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going to be having Saturdays off coming up with my day job here next month or so I can, collaborate a little bit more easier on the weekends and whatnot. But yeah, you can always check out all my work on YouTube. You can find my name, August Aguilar. You can go to Strange Films and Burrito Blog. You'll see all the interviews I've done with musicians, the films I've done, documentaries, event coverage, live shows. So yeah, if you're ever in the need for any kind of promotion, let me know, because it's always, I work well with people. I'm flexible with every, budgets and time and everything, so I just try my best.
I just want to put this out there for your next film. Remember me. I could be your next star.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
So your comic book here, is it a start of the series, or are you just kind of one-offing it?
So it's kind of both. I mean, it's definitely going to be the start of Strange Comics. I mean, we're going to have a series of different comic books, but those comic books are generally probably going to be one-shots.
Yeah.
This one's a one-shot. The next one's probably going to be a one-shot. It'll be bigger than this one. It'll have double the pages, but it'll be one-shot tale. And then we've got another one that could potentially be a good series, but right now we're at the point where we just want to start putting books and images out there to kind of show that we can do that and reach those new audiences. Because if it ever gains some sort of popularity to it, or a need or a demand for like more of that story, we can always write more stories. I even got more I could expand on Cindy's if I wanted to, and Passenger and everything else, but it's just right now they're all going to be just solid, hopefully one book in a large series that I can present, and then eventually even put together like a graphic novel that's got all of them in it. So
cool. I kind of see movies as they lose something in the sequels. So if you can keep it at one, stay at one.
Right. Yeah.
But it's more difficult for people to latch on to the second part of the series.
Yeah. Sometimes it's got to be written really well to
and have some kind of new twist
sequel
to it that doesn't go too far from the original story. But
and one thing about Strange Films is a lot of people don't know about is Strange Films is a shared universe. All of our films are connected to each other. So like, there's something down the road is our first film, Passenger is like our third film, but Passenger is a sequel to There's Something Down the Road. Cindy's not necessarily doesn't have any references to some of those films, but it's in like the same canon as these other films. And then Center City is a whole series set in Philadelphia. There's 4 films together, and we're about to go shoot the final film in Philly. We're about to shoot another horror film in Philly that's going to be connected to something else. So
Okay.
So we've got, and then of course I'll have some more, hopefully, films coming up soon that will be kind of explaining some of those elements and stories that I've introduced. But yeah, it's definitely more of a, I'm going for more of like a massive story arc than just like putting out random films.
Well, that's a good thing to do. I mean,
Yeah.
You want to make sure your stuff is palatable for everybody, and so they can follow it.
Yeah,
From one to the next.
So
Like a train.
yeah, I mean, definitely the cool thing about the films are they're really good standalone films. Like that's why I write my films to be like I want them to be something you can watch, without knowing anything about any other films and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But then if you watch the other film, you're like, wait, did I just see or hear something that referenced that last film I just watched? And then you realize, oh, these guys are connected somehow. So
Little bits or elements of one film will
Yeah,
put you into another one.
trying to be the next Kevin Feige from Marvel,
There you go. Sounds good.
So
So you got to check this guy out from every possible angle, whether it be Burrito Blog, August Aguilar, the individual,
it's me.
Strange Films, excellent stuff. Check that out as well. We're happy to have you here and joining us for this interview. Appreciate it very much.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here. So.
And Bobby, you want to take it out? Apparently not. This has been East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise. I am Scott Thomas here with August Aguilar.
All right. Thank you very much.
See you next time.